Hello, English learners. My name is John. I'm from the Midwest in the USA, and I'm a Cambly teacher. And today I'm going to be doing another video on figurative language. Here we go. So, figurative language, it's a colorful usage of words deviating from the conventional order, not what we usually think of. And so today I'm going to talk about similes and metaphors. So now the reason for using figurative language is to illustrate some kind of situation you're in, a decision that you have to make, or maybe exaggerate some kind of idea you have, or you want to evoke a response from someone. Okay, so let's get into it. And here are some examples of similes and metaphors. The first one. The tall girl stood out like a sore thumb. Sore thumb. So imagine like you were putting up a picture on the wall and you hit your thumb. Thumb is all red. It stands out from the other fingers. The tall girl, she stood out from the rest of the girls. Number two. It was as easy as shooting fish in a barrel. Now, fish generally don't live in a barrel. They live in a lake or in the sea. But if you put the fish in a barrel, they're easy to catch or easy to get. So that's where that expression comes from, I think. My mouth was as dry as a bone. So think of a desert, right? Sometimes you see movies where some animal died in the desert. You see the skeleton and the bones. They're all dry as a bone. So you're very thirsty. Number four. They fought like cats and dogs. Now, you probably have heard cats and dogs fighting before. It's very, very noisy and crazy. It's a crazy sound. So sometimes people do the same thing. Number five. Watching that movie was like watching grass grow. Now, it's impossible to actually watch the grass grow. If you film it in slow motion, maybe it's possible. But it just shows it's a very boring movie. Number six, opportunity knocked at his door. So opportunity, it comes along again. When opportunity comes, you should take advantage of it because it's only going to happen one time maybe. And so this particular opportunity. So it's knocking at the door. Okay, the next one. The sun greeted me this morning. So you feel really happy. So for some reason you wake up, you feel good, you feel happy. The sun greeted me. The sun doesn't actually say hello, good morning. But in this case, maybe it's how you feel. Next. Oh, another sun one. The sun played hide and seek with the clouds. So the sun doesn't play hide and seek like kids play hide and seek. But hide and seek with the clouds. It's a cloudy day, it's a sunny day, it's a cloudy day. Sunny, cloudy, sunny, back and forth. You snore louder than a freight train. Now, sometimes people snore. When they snore, it's the sound comes from their nose, right? So, or mouth or nose, and sometimes it sounds like a very loud roaring sound, like a freight train would be, I guess, very loud. So this is somebody who's snoring very, very, very extremely loud. You could have knocked me over with a feather. So feather is very light, right? And you touch somebody with a feather, they wouldn't fall over. But for some reason, you're very weak. Maybe you're having a bad morning. Maybe you're very sick, probably sick. And then so anybody touches you, you could just fall over. Wide-eyed and wondering while I waited. So I was wide-eyed. So wide-eyed means you're looking at everything happening around you and wondering about things that are going on. Maybe wondering why the person hasn't shown up yet. Where are they? Maybe they're late. And you're wide-eyed is just paying attention to what's going on around you. The burning wood hissed and crackled. And I'm sure everybody, well, not everybody, but some people, you sit around a campfire, you put the wood on the fire. Sometimes the wood is a little wet. It makes a hissing and crackling sound. So, hissed and crackled. Okay, so those are some similes and metaphors. And I hope they're useful for you. And just to let you know, so for those unfamiliar with Cambly, Cambly is where you have instant access to native speakers, English speakers, and it's a very flexible platform. You can use various devices. You can take lessons anytime, and you can schedule your next lesson using the link. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and good luck.